In this video, I will show you how to create the layer slider that you see right here. So let's go to the back end, and then next to the Ultimatum layer slider, click install, click edit, and then you want to click on add new module, and then for the default layout, make sure it's set to home, and then position content top full width. And then for the width and the height, this is the width and the height for the image size. It is 1170 by 580. And you have to put the px for pixels here. And then for the responsive, enabled, full width slider, enabled. And then for the responsive under, if you want to make it look like the demo store, let's put insert 1190 by 1150. Now if you don't know what these do, you can take a look at the documentation that came with the theme. If you open the document, I have it open here, and if you scroll down to where it says layer slider, it gives you what these settings do. You can read all about it right here. I'm not going to go through this time, but when you have time, take a look. Let's go ahead and upload the first image. So scroll down where it says slides settings, and then slide 1, next to the image, double click on this camera icon here, and then let's create a new folder in here. Call it layer slider images. Click submit. Okay. Go inside that folder, click upload, and then I'm just going to upload the first image that I have, slide 1. Okay, double click on the image. Now we see the image down here. Next, let's add some text. To do that, scroll down, and under the layer settings, this is where you enter the text. So when we look at the demo store, we're going to be creating this one, looking for a theme that will give you a total control. So for the layer 1, let's type in looking for a theme. And then for the transition in, let's choose from left. And then for the duration, let's change that to 1200. And then for the easing, let's choose ease out elastic. Okay. And then for the delay, let's enter 800. For the transition out, for the type, leave it auto. Duration, let's change that to 1200. And then for the easing, change that to ease in quint. For the delay, let's enter 5000. Now let's go ahead and save this and see what we have so far. Click save. Go to the storefront. We see our image in here, but as you can see, we have a problem. It doesn't look anything like the demo store here. So to do that, we have to enter some HTML codes. So let's go to the back end, click edit, and scroll down, and you see this style box in here. I already have the values for that, so let's just copy and paste that in here. If you want to follow along, you can look at the values in here. So the first one, it says color, and then it's got number sign FFF. So where do I get this value from? If you go to Google and search for HTML color codes, there's a website called w3schools.com. And if you look at this HTML color picker, choose white here. It tells you the values for the white, and you can choose any other colors if you want, and it will give you the values for that. So that's where the values come from. So next thing is the font size. It's 55. Font weight is bold. Padding is 10 pixels. So the padding is the distance between the text and then the border. And the last thing is the border. The size is 3 pixels, and then it's also white. So let's go ahead and save this, and then go to the storefront again, hit refresh. You can see the text come up. Now all we need to do is reposition this. To do that, let's go back, click edit, and under the style, see the layout and positions. So for the top, let's enter 262 pixels. So it's going to move down 262 pixels from the top, and then from the left, let's move 228 pixels, and then scroll up, click save, go to the storefront, hit refresh, and you can see the title centered here. One other problem I see here we're having is that the image size is actually wider than the menu. I want to line it up actually for left and right. So we have to just change the size. So let's go to the Ultimatum layer slider, click edit. And then the width, let's change it to about 1150. Okay, click save. Go to the front end, hit refresh, and that's a little bit better. Now we're going to work on the second title right here that says that will give you a total control. So let's go to the back end and make sure you're still inside the Ultimatum layer slider. Scroll down, and under the layers, click add new layer, and then we're going to insert the second title here. Just going to copy and paste it. Just copy that, paste it in here. And then for the transition in type, let's change that to right side, slide from right. And then for duration, change that to 1200. For the easing, change that to ease out elastic. And then for delay, enter 800. And then for the transition out, leave it at auto. Duration 1200. And then for the easing, ease in quint, and then leave the delay at 0. And then let's scroll down, and let's change the font color, size, and the weight. So I'm just gonna copy and paste what I have here. Color is gonna be white, font size 30 pixels, and the font weight will be bold. Let's go ahead and save this. Go to the storefront, hit refresh, and as you can see, the title is also back at the top left corner again. So we would have to reposition it. So scroll down, and then go to layer 2, and then under the style, layout, and positions, let's change the top to 365 pixels, and then for the left, 232 pixels. Let's save that. Go back again, hit refresh, and here you go. There you have it. Let's now work on the second slide. Go to the back end, click edit for layer slider, and then under the slides, let's add a new slide. Click the icon next to the image, go to the layer slider image folder, click upload, and I'm going to upload my second image I have here. Okay, double click on it, and I'm just going to change the value for the slide delay to around 13,000, and scroll down, and then for the first layer, title will be look no further, and for the transition in would be from the top, slide from the top, and then duration 800. Easing, I want to change it to ease out quint. For delay, leave it at 0, and then for the transition out, I change that to bottom, slide from bottom, and duration 800, and then ease in quint. and then show until, I'm gonna change that value to 2300, and then scroll down. Let's change the layer positions to 283 pixels, and then for the left value 246 pixels, and we're gonna add in the style HTML codes in here. Let's scroll up and save. Go to the storefront, hit refresh, and you can see the second slide come up with the title. So let's add additional lines to this. So go to the back end, and then under the layers for slide 2, let's add a new layer. Just copy and paste what I have. Ultimatum gives you all the power you could possibly imagine. And then for the transition in type, let's do the bottom, slide from bottom, and then duration to 800, and then easing, change that to ease out quint. Delay, leave it at 0, and then for the transition out type, let's change that to top, and then duration also 800, and then for the easing, change that to ease in quint, and then show until 2300 for the value, and scroll down, change the top value to 413 pixels, and then the left value to 273 pixels. For this one, we're also going to add the values for the width. So let's enter 600 pixels. So it will contain the second line to 600 pixels, and make sure you enable the word wrap here. And for the style, you can just copy what I have here. For the color, I'm going to make it white. Font size is 30 pixels. Font weight is bold, and the text align is center. So scroll up again and click save. Go to the storefront, hit refresh, and let's go to the second slide. You can see the titles come up here. Last thing is to add the image titles. So if you go to the demo store and go to the second slide, you'll see there's image titles that come down, rotates in and rotates out to the right. So there's a total of 4 of these, but I'll just do a couple to show you how to do these. So let's go to the back end, and then go to the Ultimatum layer slider, click edit, and then we want to go to the second slide and then add a new layer. Click the icon next to the insert image, and then go to the layer slider image and click upload, and let's click this one, blog, and then let's upload one more. Okay, so let's select this one as my first title image, and then for the type, for the transition in, let's change that to top because it's coming from the top. Duration to 800, and then easing, we're going to change that to swing. Delay 4100, and then for the transition out, it's going to slide to the right, so click right, and then duration, leave it at 1500. Easing, let's change that to ease in quint, and then for the show until, let's change that to 1300, and scroll down under the style, let's change the position to 223 pixels for the top, and then for the left 432 pixels. And then we need to rotate this in and out, so we have to do that in here. So let's enter the values in here. For rotate out, 180, rotate in is -180. Now let's add the second image title. Scroll up, click add new layer, click the icon next to insert image, go to the layer slider image folder, and then let's click on the second image here. And for the type, same deal, top, duration 800, For easing, change it to swing, and delay 7,000. And then for the type, for the transition out, change that to right, duration 800. And then easing, change it to ease in quint. And then for the show until, change that to 1300. Scroll down, and under the style, top 222 pixels, left 430 pixels. Scroll down to style, and same deal, rotate out 180, rotate in negative 180. And let's scroll up and save. Go to the storefront, hit refresh, go to the second slide. Here comes our titles. That goes away. Here's our first image title, and then the second one. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.